G'day everyone, Vicar of Dalby here.
Please be seated.
It's hard to think of a more well-known saint than Francis of Assisi. The guy has schools, hospitals, and even a city named after him. Today, thousands of Franciscans still follow St. Francis's rules for life. And even Jorge Mario Bergoglio took his name when he became Pope Francis.
Jorge Mario Bergoglio is his name. He's the former Archbishop of Buenos Aires. He's the first pontiff from the Americas, first Jesuit pope, first non-European in almost 1,300 years. He's also the first Francis back home in Argentina.
Which is much easier to say than Jorge Mario Bergoglio. So for us English speakers, that was really kind. A former war prisoner who probably suffered from post-traumatic stress, Francis is often remembered as a hippie who talked to animals and plants. But this is a bit of a stretch. Francis is often quoted as saying,
"Preach the gospel, and if necessary, use words."
But this is a bit of a misquote, as Francis never said anything like this. And he was so on fire for the gospel that he broke enemy lines to go and preach the gospel to Muslim soldiers in Egypt. Francis was more passionate about rebuilding God's church than he was about bird baths or pet blessings. And he was more passionate about church unity than about sticking it to the man.
Don't let that happen to you. You've brought me, dear children, great joy.
This strange son of a silk merchant shows us what a life lived for Jesus looks like. This is why it's worth learning about Francis and letting him point us to Jesus today.
Make me a channel of your...
Shows us what it's like.
Preach the gospel, and if necessary.
Hello. Do you have anything to say about St. Francis? Like I thought. 2 chicken.
And even Jorge Mario Bergoglio took his name when he became Pope Francis. Pope Francis. Pope Francis.
Who you calling a hippie?